Hey everybody, I'm Bobbie Camacho, Signature Real Estate Group. Today we're going to be talking about appraisals and what that means for your loan during escrow. So the perfect person to go over that with us is Shelly Panzarella. Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Bobbie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Excited about our topic today.
Yes, I'm excited too because I usually talk about the real estate side of it, and so that way you can go over a little bit what it means for your loan. And I kind of touch on it a little bit when we do talk about the loan, but I'd love to hear your side of it as far as the loan and how it goes through escrow.
Awesome. So the appraisals needed on any loan that's a FHA or VA loan. Conventional financing, we do have that opportunity, which we call an appraisal waiver or property inspection waiver. And that depends. We have the opportunity to waive that. That usually is dependent upon the buyer, though. So typically you have a large down payment, you have high FICO score, low debt to income ratio, and that's something that we would generate what we call an appraisal waiver. But in most cases, you're going to be required to have an appraisal. And the reason that we need an appraisal is for two reasons. Number one is we want to see what value is. As a lender, we want to make sure that the end investor who takes this on knows that the home that they're purchasing is at the valuation of the sales price. Now, we have seen where some people we're paying over appraised value, and that would be okay. But as a lender, they still wanted to know what the actual appraised value is going to be. And then the second reason we order an appraisal is for condition of the property. So we want to know what, the health and safety issues. So that's going to be a standard across the board, regardless of what loan type it is. They're going to want to make sure that it is habitable for our borrowers to be living in that home. So they'll look at like broken windows, they'll look at exposed electrical outlets, they'll look at water heaters. That seems to be a very typical thing, making sure that it's up to code for the county. But they also want to make sure that there's not anything in there that could harm our clients, right? And so, like if you see you see tacks on the floor or holes in the walls, there's certain things that would draw attention to an appraiser, and then of course that would draw attention to us as an end lender on that.
Now, what happens if they do find that?
So different things can happen. So they would report it as, a what they would call subject to, meaning that hey, this home appraises subject to repair of this or repair of the wall or double water heater straps being added onto that. Usually what happens is the repair has to be done, right? So the seller would go and say add the additional water heater strap, and then there would be a follow-up appraisal inspection just to confirm that that repair has been completed. And then that would
Gotcha.
basically complete the appraisal.
Okay. And that would kind of go back to the buyer's agent, correct? And then we would ask the seller to fix that.
Yes, and I think that's also a great point. A lot of people think the appraisal is for everybody. Your borrower actually pays for you as a borrower pays for the appraisal, and technically
Mhm.
that is yours. That should be provided directly to the borrower. Of course, we get permission to provide it to the buyer's agent, but we are never giving that appraisal information to the listing agent. It goes immediately to the borrower and the buyer's agent, and then you guys can do what you want as far as letting the listing agent know, hey, this is happening, this is needed, or values in, or whatever the case may be.
And we also ask the seller at no cost to the buyer to fix those repairs, only because it is a loan uh, entity. So where if anything falls through the next buyer, it would have to be fixed anyway. So we would ask the seller to fix that.
It is a condition of the loan. So there's no way, if the appraisal comes back and it says, we'll give you value, but you have to fix this, there's no way for us to move forward until that repair item is done.
Okay, that's good to know as well. Now, if it comes in, say, for example, $10,000 below the asking price, then what is the next step?
So that's where you really would come in as far as the negotiation aspect of it, right? Because a buyer can technically pay for less, can pay for the difference. So if let's just say as an example, the sales price is 300,000 and the appraisal comes in at 290,000. Our borrower would, if they wanted to move forward and the seller didn't renegotiate, would have to make up that difference of $10,000. And we would take the down payment amount based off the lesser of the sales price or the appraised value. So we would base it off that 290,000, say it's FHA. they'd have to put 3.5% from the 290, but they've committed to the seller. They're going to buy the house for 300,000. So they have the $10,000 gap and then the 3.5% down payment from there.
Okay, got it. So we have the $10,000 out of pocket for the difference. We have the 3.5% down if it's FHA or whatever
Correct.
loan program you have. And then of course the closing costs. So we
Correct.
would try to negotiate all of that if that's possible. If not, that would be a buyer's cost, correct? Now, you guys, if none of that works for you, because we have the loan conditions and due diligence time frame, you can also cancel and get your earnest money back with that. Now, I hope that helps you guys. If you have any questions on that or anything else, just reach out to us. You can call us, text us, email us. We'll be happy to answer any of your questions. And with that said, you guys make it a great day. Bye.
Bye.